love Crime Time. What was your relationship like with Vince? Did you have a relationship with Vince at all, or what was it like with him?
I thought I had a great relationship with Vince. Everything was professional. He was always excited when he saw me and Shad. You know, he always gave us a very warm Crime Time. Great um, feeling of being welcome. Like it was, I saw how he treated other talent when he saw them, but when he saw me and Shad, you know, the energy was definitely real. And then when it came to ideas or storylines, you know, his office was open. You just had to have balls. You know, some people were scared to knock on his door. You know, he likes guys who, you know, come in with ideas. You know, be professional and don't annoy him.
Right, yeah. But I guess if you have like the balls, if you will, to show up and talk to him, he'll respond, right? I mean, he'll go back with you. He'll talk to you.
Yep. So waste his time. You know, make sure you have, if you're gonna have the ball, at least have something to show for it.
Do you remember any ideas that you went into his office with and he liked and he like accepted it and he went with it?
Close. I do. I remember I wanted to do theme music. I just split up with Shad, and I kept hearing my old Crime Time music. It's like I'm JTG now. Why am I still getting the Crime Time song? So I approached Vince about changing it, and he was like, yeah. He gave me was it Jim Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me his. Notice I asked you because I messed it up.
Yeah.
I had an email. I told him what I was thinking about doing and all that good stuff. And I remember I was talking to Vince again, and he asked me, "Did you contact the music guy?" And I said, "Yeah, Jim Henson." And then he looked at me like I was weird. And then I said, "No. I mean, Jim Johnson." I kept messing up his name. I don't know why I kept calling him the puppet guy.
Yeah.
I think he got. I think he was. I don't know if he was offended by that, but he was always big on knowing people's names. He was like, if I have a company and I know all these employees' names, you should be able to know. You know, I know you. So I think that I offended him with that, and I never got my music changed. But I didn't have the balls to ask it. I was close.
Damn it, the Muppets may have screwed you out of new music there. You know what I mean? It's a Jim Henson reference.
Jim Johnson, Jim Henson, Jim Johnson, Jim Henson. I get it
Yeah.
now.
So where's the name like Crime Time? Where the heck does that come from? Like you said, because that wasn't the name in OVW, right? So where's that name come from?
That name came from being in the office for about 2 or 3 hours, throwing names at the wall and seeing what was available. There were so many names that went that we loved, some that we hate. But when we checked the trademark or the domain, they weren't available. We had to spell it different, still wasn't available. And then Shad, he just said it out loud one time. He just said, "Crime Time," and then we all just kept looking at each other and repeating it, "Crime Time, Crime Time, Crime Time, Crime Time." Yeah, it's crime. And we kept saying it over and over, and it just felt right. And they're like, "Oh, well, we gotta look it up." The trademark, they sent it off to the trademark office. They did their thing. They're like, "Yeah, we had to change the spelling, but we got it." And then we're like, "All right, good. Now we could, I'm glad we got rid of this. We could go and move on to other things now." Jeez.
Yeah. Got the name out of the way after 3 hours, right? Yeah, that's annoying. What do you remember? Some of the other names or some of the other pitches that you guys had that were thrown out there?
Well, it wasn't me and Shad's pitches, but one of the writers. Well, one of them was Hoodie Nation. We were glad that the trademark office came back with a negative response with that. Yeah, but Hoodie Nation was one of them. I really wanted to do Gang Stars again, but yeah, we couldn't do that one. Yeah, those are the two that really stick out. But yeah, there was so many tossed around.
Neighborhoody, I guess not a good one. That's not
yeah, we wasn't
friendly. And obviously, Crime Time with the Y too. You spelled it a little differently too.
Yeah, we had to.
So obviously, everybody knows the vignettes, right? The music and everything else. What did you think of the vignettes? Did you like them? Did you think they were funny? Because as a fan, they were like shocking at first, but like, wow, this is awesome. Just because like Vince is just going for it. He doesn't care. He's doing like vignettes, and these guys are, with that voiceover guy. I mean, it was like balls to the wall.
Oh, so the vignettes was all Shad and I's idea.
Wow, awesome.
they put the camera. They got the camera, and they also added the white guy doing
Yo, yo, yo.
that was which was the chef's kiss to the whole package. But yeah, they were all Chad and I's ideas, and we put those together in OVW, and then they just replicated it. We just did it all over again.
So good. Did you said the chef's kiss was the voiceover? Was that your guys' idea? That was them saying, let's add the voiceover guy
Yeah,
into it.
that was definitely their idea. Yeah, we didn't have any narration when we did our vignettes.
I love it though. They were so good, so creative, so different. Do you have a favorite one that you did or that you filmed?
My favorite one was definitely when we robbed the smoothie shop. that was that was a friend of ours. That was he actually trained at OVW. He was actually a wrestler there. His name was Rob Fury, and he owned a smoothie shop. He was like, "Can we rob it for we were shooting something?" But he was so happy to do it. He was, "Yeah, rob my shop. Come on, yeah, we'll be on WWE." And we robbed them, and like I was able to give a shout out to my boys from back home. They didn't know WWE didn't know what I was saying, and I was
Right.
it was a real cool. I was giving shout outs to. My friends were happy that I was able to do that for them, and then yeah, and then it came out great.
What do they think? Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're having that stuff, they don't mention like, oh, I wonder what he's saying. I wonder who's shouting out. Like they're just like, this is great. They don't say anything.
They just went along with it, yeah, and they trusted us, I guess.
That's awesome though, because it comes off obviously more authentic than
Yeah,
like a generic WWE promo or a vignette.
yeah, they knew we wasn't gonna do nothing too crazy. We loved our job, so they trusted us.
When you look at that, right, was that like the most fun you had at WWE, like doing those vignettes and doing that like that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, the most fun me and Shad had. I could speak for Shad on this. When we first got there, we had a blast. Especially what I told you about riding with Umaga and Shelton and Charlie Haas, riding with them on the road, and coming up with ideas and promos in the car, and then being able to do it the next day, in front of a live audience. Yeah, that was great. When you're being used on TV, it's great.
Yeah,
Is when you
yeah,
get
exactly.
back with the theater, that's when the depression kicks in.
Exactly. I know what you mean. They're like just crazy. Like when they're into you, it's like they got the writing staff, they got the vignettes, like they're putting the energy towards you, and you're probably hyped up. Like, yes, this is awesome. I'm on TV. These vignettes are great. We're creating magic here.
Yeah,
Did you have any say in this music? I know your other music didn't work out. What about the Crime Time theme? Did you have any say in it?
absolutely no say. The first time me and Shad heard it was at a live event. I think one of the agents tapped us on the shoulder. Like, yeah, we're gonna try your new theme song tonight. See if you. Hope you like it. Not even see if you like it. Hope you like it, because you didn't really have any have any say in it. And then we heard it, and the crowd reacted to it, and they liked it. So if the fans liked it, we loved it. So yeah, it worked out great though. I never met the guys, the gentleman who did the song. I would love to meet him if he ever watches this. Tell him to hit me up. I would love to get him lunch. He helped with my career. I love to meet the guy. But yeah, it was a great theme song.